Hello everyone, Laryea Kingston here, former Black Stars player and now the U17's men's team coach. I'm so excited that our AFCON, one of the top tournaments on the continent, is near. So I would like to share my expectation and how excited I am. So sit back and wait for an exciting interviews. A lot of positive things will be coming from me. Stay tuned. Here are my general thoughts about the tournament, especially the Ghana squad. For me, I think a lot of Ghanaians doesn't have confidence in the team due to their recent performances that they've put up. But hey, we all believe that most of the players that are playing now, that are in the squad, they playing in an elite environment. So it takes a lot. It takes the best out of them in their various clubs. So that's why they bring in that on board. Looking at the technical squad, they've been with the squad for some time now. So for me, I believe that with the technical team, they are used to the players at the moment. Most of the players that we have in the squad now are top. They are regular in their teams. Talking about Jordan Ayew, he's been very consistent with Crystal Palace. He's one of the key players in the squad, and this season he's been in top form as well. So for me, I have so much confidence in such a player. The consistency in this club, if he puts up at least 70 to 80% with the national team, for me, I think is going to help us a lot. Kudus Mohammed, amazing form at the moment. For me, he's the player that Ghanaians are looking up to. He's done very well. He's progressed throughout his career. His management have managed him very, very well. Very solid progression in his career. You know, they did not rush him. They managed to advise him throughout his decision making and with the club and the games that he's played. At the moment, he's doing extremely very well with West Ham United. So he is someone that Ghanaians will be looking up to. And as a technical person, I will say I'm going to build the team around him. Kudus Mohammed is top at the moment. So hopefully we see what he's doing with West Ham, and so that he can help us achieve whatever we want to achieve. It's going to be tough, but the most important thing is we pick we pick a game at a time, and with the baby steps, getting close, making sure that we win our first game, and also the performance is the key. When the moment we start performing well, there's a chance of us winning the game. So for me, I have my heart close to the team, rooting for Ghana Black Stars, and I believe they go in there to bring the best out of them. Someone might ask, how do I navigate winning mentality when AFCON is approaching? For me, as a player, every game is very important, and especially we're talking about the most important tournament on the continent. So for me, I always try to make sure within 3 to 4 weeks to the tournament, especially in my club, I make sure I put myself in good shape, being physical and then mental aspect as well. And I make sure I keep myself fit to play every game in my club. At least every game, if I go 70 minutes, I know that I have condition to go. You know, so that's what I'm expecting every player to have that mindset whenever a tournament is approaching. And then that comes to the team itself. You know, we know before we come together, players coming from different environments and all that. I believe other colleagues, in my time, other colleagues, because we are very close to each other, we always eager to come close and then come out there and then help Ghana win, to play our heart out. So for me, being together and the love we have and the love we share together motivates us to always come together and make sure whenever we put up the Ghana colors. We always go out there to showcase or exhibit everything that we have in us. So for me, motivation will come from my teammates, the way we relate to each other, and then also the technical team as well, how we are close to each other, how well we take in every information that they give us. So for me, I think that's the key moment when we are approaching tournaments. Yeah, of course. During my time of play, my group was we had a very good moment in my group. We were the first group that qualified the country to the first ever World Cup. Consistency in our play, winning games, top performances from us. Till today, I know a lot of Ghanaians respect that squad a lot. But there is something that we fell short. We couldn't win anything, even though we were very close of winning something. But we couldn't win anything. But I would say the bond we have with each other, I think that played a major role. And for me, in our minds, we wanted to win something. We were very close. I think my first ever Nations Cup was a huge disappointing in Egypt. That there was an incident between myself and Abibayi. That's what cost my World Cup dreams. But I think we were on top form before going into that Nations Cup. We were unlucky. We lost some key players during our World Cup qualification. So when the 2006 World Cup tournament starts, we've lost some key players. Someone like Stephen Appiah was fit. He was playing with injury. Michael Essien got injured. He was out of the squad. We lost some key players in the squad. So I think that's what cost us. So I would say my first ever Nations Cup, myself, I did not enjoy it at all. But the 2008 Nations Cup was top for me. For me, Ghana was the host, and something that is being played in the country. So for me, I think that's one of the top highlights in my career. Play in front of your own fans, your family, friends, very close to you was amazing. For me, I was so happy to feature in that tournament. And we had a very good tournament. Someone would say we had unbeaten run. We were winning our games. We won our games, most of our games, till we got to the semi-final in that 2008 tournament against Cameroon. Then again, suspension cost us. We had someone like John Mensah at the centre back. We lost him through suspension, through more yellow cards, and then we have to be forced to push Michael Essien from the middle to the back line. For me, I think that's what cost us. Michael have played in the midfield for so many years. Moving him to the back line, I think he got excited during the game, and then he moved from the back line to the middle. We lost the ball, one pass to where he left. I think that's what cost us. But trust me, it was an amazing to be part of that group, and we had a very good tournament. One top highlight thing about that tournament was Ghana against Ivory Coast. Ghana was in top form. Ivory Coast was in top form. They also had a very good run in their games. We also had the same. So a lot of people before the tournament, they were looking Ghana Ivory Coast final. We lost our semi-final against Cameroon. They lost their semi-final against Egypt. Then we have to meet in the fourth place game. So it was a showdown for everybody. It was one of the big games in the tournament in Kumasi, the second biggest capital second capital to Ghana. And trust me, it was electrifying. Before the game, almost all of us were eager to step on the pitch and show the Ivorians what we are capable of, because they were in top form. We were also in top form, so people want to see us together. And guess what? We managed to beat them 2-0. They started very well, but we were playing at home with the fans, with the help of the fans. We managed to beat them 4-2 at the end of the day. So for me, I think that's one of the key things, and I was so excited to be part of that moment. We were lucky not winning something. And for me, I think what cost us was we not having our full strength on that day, on that semi-final day. I think if we had our full strength, I think the results can change. So for me, I think we were unlucky by losing players. We were unlucky by moving players from their favorite positions. 2008, which we were playing on the home soil. I remember, we all know Ghana, Nigeria. It's always a big game for all of us. So my memorable game will always be Ghana against Nigeria. Ghana, Nigeria, we have a lot of Nigerians in the country. We have to play them in the quarterfinals. So during the game, the build up to the game was massive. So for me, getting out of the dressing room, locker room, to go on the pitch, the atmosphere at the Accra Sports Stadium was electrifying. Was amazing. Every player dreamed to play under such atmosphere. So for me, that's one of the key highlights. And then, and something that we all enjoyed and shared together, I give thumbs up to our coach, Claude Leroy. After we beating Nigeria, he gave us like one night out, which for me, I think it's very rare to see coaches doing that during the tournament. I think that relieved us a little bit, because it was the effort we put in against Nigeria was massive, So for him, for us to get a win against Nigeria, he got so excited and gave us a night out, which at the end of the day, we went out to a bar to relax, to hang out with friends, and guess what? We met like some of the Nigerian players there. So that's sportsmanship, That's sportsmanship, all work and no play, you know what happens to you when you work and you don't mix it with a little excitement. So for me, I think that's what stood out well for all of us. And hey, it gave us a lot of unity in the squad. I remember we all went out together, have dinner together outside the camp. So for me, it's one of the key things that helped us to achieve a lot of success in our play. Our squad, a lot of people keep saying, "Oh, you are one of the best groups that Ghana have ever had." Hey, what was the secret? Is the love that we have for each other. We love each other. We love each other on and off the pitch. We are bond together. Even the management also share ideas with us. The relationship we have with them plays a major role. So for me, that's one of the key highlights in my experience with the Nations Cup. Yes, my personal approach to every game, and then especially which I did the same during my AFCON experiences. I'm a family man. I'm very close to my family. So this is what I do every game. Normally I always, a day before the match, I always, after the preparation to the main game, the next day, match day one, at night, I always stay quiet in my room, and all I do is what? Talk to the family, especially my wife. I always speak with her, we talk about different things, not even the game itself, we just I always stay off the treadmill, like match day one, to focus, to do something else for me, to relax me a little bit, because we all know the tension and everything, and it weighs you down. So for me, I like to stay off the treadmill, engage my wife, talk to my wife about different things, something related to family issues and all that. But on the match day, again, my wife is the last person that I call to go on the bus, and she's the last person to call after the game. Immediately the game is done, she's the first person I call after the game. She's the last person I call before the game. So for me, the moment we get to the dressing room, finish the warm-up, I'll call my wife last before I go on the pitch to start the game. And then immediately after the game, she's the first person I call when I come off the pitch. So for me, I think that's my preparation. That's what motivates me a lot. My wife is the key. Personally, the target I set for myself, going into every game, or especially going into the AFCON games I've played, is for me to go out there and perform well to my maximum best. Because I believe if you perform well, you're always going to achieve whatever you want to achieve. So the target I set is go out there, help my teammates, play my heart out, give 110% on the pitch to help the team win something. So my target is for me to be the best player on the pitch. Do everything possible. At the end of the 90 minutes or every minute I stayed on the pitch, I make sure I give my maximum best so that I am going to be the best player of the pitch. So in my mind, what motivates me is go out there and perform well. So I motivate myself with performance. And we all know when you are performing well and the opponent too is performing well, it's difficult. So I had up hard work as well. Hard work as well. And the last one is discipline. So it has been part of me. It has been part of me. My PhD. That's my PhD in life. Hard performance, hard work, and then discipline. So this is what I do to motivate me to go in every game. Challenging opponents I've faced in my AFCON experience. Of course, it's always going to be Nigeria. I quite remember my first tournament in Egypt. Egypt 2006 in Cairo. We were in Port Said. And it's our first game in the tournament. It was very, very tough. We all know Nigeria, Ghana, and throughout my playing career, even when I was playing for the youth national teams, if I'm going to play Nigeria, for me it's the last thing I want to do in that moment. So for me, the team that pull threats, the team that challenges me more is of course Nigeria. In Cairo was very tough for us. We lost the game 1-0. For me, I think that's the game that took us out of the tournament. It could be either us or Nigeria. Nigeria won it and they went through. I think that helped them to go through. We lost against Nigeria and then it cost us a lot. So for me, it's a team that challenges me a lot. Even every game that I've played against them, it's always tough. In 2008 Nations Cup as well, we made them in the quarterfinals. It's also the same. It was very tough for us. They had a first goal, but we managed to come back and win the game 2-1. And it was tough for us. It wasn't easy at all. So the team that pulls challenge for me in the AFCON, in my experience with AFCON, it's always going to be Nigeria. Hey guys, a player to watch in this up and coming tournament in Ivory Coast is not any other one than Simon Adingra. The reason is Simon have done very well for himself. I've been watching him, monitoring him in his time with FC Nordsjælland, and for me, I think he did very well when he was playing there. He's very young. He has speed, 1 against 1, and he can finish as well. Since he moved to Brighton, he's still doing very well with Brighton. So for me, I think throughout the tournament, the whole tournament is a player to watch. I always know a lot of people will be like, they go in for these top players, but for me, tournaments always bring something new. So where I'm sitting now, for me, I think it's a player to watch in this tournament. He plays for every coach, so go and watch out for him. He's someone that have so much as a player. As an attacker, you've got a lot. So every team that is going to play him, I think the coaches should keep eye on him because he's going to cause surprises. Simon Adingra from Ivory Coast. For me, I think a team for us to a potential team to win this AFCON. That's my opinion. I believe Morocco have done very, very well, and with the tournament they had in the World Cup, if they come to the Nations Cup and they put up at least a little bit of the performance they put up in the World Cup, I think they are going to cause problems to a lot of teams that they play against. So for me, I still stand with Morocco, even though I'm a Ghanaian, but I'm going to root out for Morocco because of the performance. I'm a technical person, so at the moment Morocco is in top form. They had a very good tournament in the World Cup, during the World Cup, so if they can bring the same performance in this Nations Cup, I think they are a team to be able to win this tournament. So I'm rooting for Morocco. I'm tipping Morocco to win the tournament. Yes, of course, if I've been given the opportunity to be with the team at the moment, the advice I can give the team is they should stay focused. I know they've been with their technical team for a while now, so they know the game plan that they are bringing on board. They should clear their minds, stay focused, and listen to whatever their coaches have told them, and come out there and then play their heart out. I've had time to watch the current national team, and this is my opinion. This is what I've seen about the team. We should have the advice I will give them in the technical team. They should have a little intensity in their play. 1, being on the ball. 2, being off the ball. On the ball, their play should be very intense. Move the ball fast, break the lines with the passes early, deep runs, players running in behind the opponent, and then also off the ball, they should have a little bit of high pressing, intensity. When they don't have the ball, they should press the opponent and win the ball as soon as possible and play faster. Intensity in their game, for me, I think they can cause surprises in this AFCON. We all rooting behind our team. They should go there and play their hearts out. Listen to what the instructions the technical team are giving them, and then make sure they come out. Whoever is being picked to come on the pitch, play your heart out. Give your maximum best on the pitch. And trust me, at the end of every game, you go home with a smile. Hey guys, so my final words will be very simple. Let's all root behind our country, Ghana. Let's all pray for the team. Everyone that is closer to the team, let's all pray for them to go out there and then play their heart out. We all have to support from behind. We all have to advise if it's necessary. So me myself, where I'm sitting now, I'm rooting for Ghana. So I wish the Ghana Black Stars all the best of luck in the upcoming Nations Cup in Ivory Coast. All the players, be rest assured that you have support behind you. Every Ghanaian in this country are rooting behind you. So go out there and give your maximum best for the country. And we are here to receive you. And I believe a lot of people doesn't believe in you, but trust me, we can cause surprises. We can cause a lot of problems for every team that is in the tournament now. Good luck, and I wish every person best of luck in the tournament.